Hi everyone, and welcome to Just Because You Can. Before we go round and catch up with our players, one of whom will be telling us a recap of the story. Before we do that, let's thank you very much, Faye. Before we do that, please check out the links that are currently being spammed in chat by our bot. You can find all of our social links, places you can go to support us, sponsor information. Big thank you to Bird and the Storm Publishing. Yeah, that makes sense. Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, who are our sponsors and make this all possible. We have a bunch of discount codes for a bunch of different companies. Please do check them out. And retweet the tweet, because retweeting the tweet helps us with our tweet, and tweeting is tweet. Let's go on. So let's go around and say hello to everyone. We will end with our wonderful volunteer, Faye, and start with Banishka.
Oh, hi, I'm Banishka on Twitter and Banishka on Twitch. You can find me here Wednesday nights, right here at 7. That's about all I have streaming right now. I am currently in the process of putting together monthly games for DMs who want to take a DM break. So hit me up on Twitter if you're interested.
Yeah. Next around we have Renee.
I think I technically just used the villain emoji in my live tweet, and I hope that you all understand that I totally meant the superhero, but the villain one looks cooler. So, hi, I'm Renee Rhodes. I am here. I love being here. These people are wonderful. I don't love being back in high school, but it's actually very fun at the same time. I play Alyssa, or Descent, and she is learning how to go through her life while not being exactly sure how long life will last.
Oh. Right in the feels.
Yeah, that's Alyssa. I made a bummer character. Sorry, y'all.
Next round we would normally have Kelly. Kelly can't be here today, but you should definitely check out her Twitter, where you can find all of her wonderful posts. Always good, heartfelt topics going on over there. Never any shit posting, teehee. Also, they are on some other websites as well, doing things, but I can't remember which one of those they are. But I do know that they write our Patreon articles, so go and check out the Patreon. It's great. As Renee does as well. Did you mention that, Renee? No, Renee writes the articles as well. Article writers everywhere.
Yeah, there's one that just went up recently about Eden being adapted as a podcast. So if you want to check that out, you can.
Yeah. That was a last minute push for casting, right? Last around, we have Faye at Captain Fake Eye.
Hi, I'm Captain Fake Eye, or Faye. You can find me on Twitter as Captain Fake Eye, and on my other podcast on Mondays called How the Quest Was Won. And I play Jillian Song, and I've got my Jillian Song preparations, my white wine, and my seltzer with my metal straw in it to protect the environment. Yay. And I think I'm being voluntold to talk about last week's episode, correct?
Well, I don't remember what happened at the end, so yes.
I think that when you end up making these motions on that means you're doing the recap.
All right. So I think last week we got a glimpse of all the characters at school. So we were in chemistry class, yes, where Alyssa and Jill had a great conversation, where they both talked a lot about their lives. And we worked with Stardium, which is a really cool element that sparkles. And I don't really know any of the other properties, but that was cool. And we also saw Lila and John Dalkey together in chemistry class. And John Dalkey seemed to have been preoccupied with something, and there was also something about math class. And then John Dalkey went up to Jillian at the end of class and said that he had something to tell her. And then we cut to end of school. Oh, did I forget the beginning of school with the bus ride? Oh yeah, there was a bus ride. Yeah, there's something about the bus ride. Anyway, whatever. So then we, after school, we decided to take the bus to go to the library to figure something out about the Demonomicon. And before we could get to the bus, we heard a scream in the alleyway, and there was some guy who was being attacked by a person who was pretending to be a super. And so we decided to play heroes, and we definitely punched both of them out together, all of us together, not just one of us. And yes, we then called the police and they came. And in the meantime, Serena got a job at the Daily Bugle, the Seasonal Trumpet, the monthly French Horn.
One of those.
One of
not
those.
the Daily Bugle though, because I'm fairly sure that one's copyrighted.
I have Daily Trumpet written down.
Daily Trumpet. Okay.
There you
yes.
go.
Yes. And so now we are here. Ta-da! All no notes.
Well done. Actually, did I take some notes? I think I did take some notes. I made 7 words of notes for today's session, so there you go. So we are going to begin this session at lunchtime. Where would you all be? You've just come from maths class, right? Maths class chucks out.
At the bleachers. Do we have an outside school? An inside school?
So you guys aren't seniors, right? So I guess seniors can't, non-seniors can't leave school grounds during school time, right? So there is there's the bleachers and the track. There's also a skate park in the school grounds. It's more just a half pipe really, but you know it keeps the skaters happy. And there's a large concrete rec area as well. Also a cafeteria. If you're getting school dinners, you have to join a long queue. It may take most of lunchtime to get a school dinner.
Alyssa has to because she's left her food at home for the past 2 days.
Uh-huh.
I would venture that there are tables for people, like the jock table and the cheerleading table and the math league table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Alyssa, would you have done anything to try and get towards the front of the queue? Because you know if you don't join the queue within the first 5 minutes, you will spend most of your break queuing just to get some food.
I don't think she's too worried about that. She just kind of like gets in line and goes with the flow. She is... I think she like headed straight there, but she didn't like run through the halls or anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she's waiting in line, trying to scroll through some on Flitter. Just minding her own business and waiting to get to the front and see what's on the menu today.
Would you mind making me a mundane roll?
I can. If I am signed in to roll 20, whoop woo. I knew I pulled it up, but I forgot to like actually sign in, and it was one
Press
of those
the launch game button. Yeah.
That my computer remembered who I am. Just so considerate of it.
That is quite considerate.
Did it not roll?
I haven't seen a roll yet.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go. So yeah, you are joining the queue as normal. It's quite busy today. The queue's quite crowded. How do we feel in this city and in this school queues are treated? In a British cafeteria, everyone queues and no one pushes it in, or there are strict repercussions. I'm not sure about America though. How's the queue situation? If you're bigger, do you get to the front? If you have a gun, do you get to the front? How does it work?
God.
I feel like it should be British, where people just glare at you if you cut the line.
you may get some scathing remarks as well if anyone cuts the line. But okay, in that case then, if we're going with the British way, if everyone's happy with that,
Yeah, sure.
then everyone pretty much obeys the queuing laws and queue. Whilst this is happening though, Alyssa, you get the suspicion that someone is watching you. You know that feeling you get when you just feel like you're being watched?
Mm-hmm. I start looking up from my phone, but it's like very surreptitious, like kind of like glancing around, but also trying to pretend that I'm not glancing around and trying to find who it might be. Is it familiar?
Why don't you assess the situation for me?
I can do that.
I'm assuming then that Jillian and Lila aren't with Alyssa getting lunch, so we'll get to you guys in just a moment.
Hey!
It's maybe sinister?
I put my phone in my pocket now, and I'm just like looking around, seeing if I can find a source, and just also trying to decide what I'm gonna eat for lunch.
On a failure, suddenly it feels like everyone is looking at you. You can see people sitting at the tables, and as you're looking around at them, a lot of them are looking up at you, and there's a lot of eye contact going on. John Dalkey is walking by as well, and he sort of like looks at you and carries on. There's a cafeteria monitor. They're looking at you as you've stopped. The queue is now moving ahead of you. The queue has stopped in front of you, or behind you rather.
Okay, I feel like at this point, Alyssa is probably starting to panic. And so I think that after a few minutes of just standing still and letting the line go around her, she just stops and gets out of the queue and walks outside to try and get a breath of fresh air.
Okay. We'll leave you there for just a second. And we will hop over to who would like to go next? Lunchtime routine.
Lila has already probably finished her peanut butter and jelly sandwich and is standing out by the track, kind of doing like bouncing between her legs to see if she really wants to go for a run, kind of warming up a little bit. Maybe she'll just walk around, but she has a lot of energy, so she's kind of like bouncing a little bit.
Okay. And are you were sticking close to Jillian earlier, right? And her friends. Are you still doing that?
No.
No.
She is still feeling like she's not in yet, even though they're really nice in the morning. Like she's still not comfortable with that. So she does her basic, I eat my lunch, I go to the track, and nobody talks to me when I'm on the track.
Okay. Doing track you may do.
Yeah.
Why don't you also give me a give me a roll. Let's go for another mundane roll. As you are warming up, your ring starts to feel warm on your finger.
Has this ever happened before?
You tell me. It's as though the ring is trying to activate your powers for you.
I think this would probably not have happened before. I don't believe that she would have been in, I would have been in a lot of situations where the powers would necessarily have been needed. So whatever the situation is, she doesn't know what's going on. She'll try and look at it and touch it with other fingers, hold it up to her cheek to see if it's actually warm, is it the sun, is her hand warming it up, and then just kind of like scan around to see if she can see if anything's going on, trying to figure out what's happening.
So as you raise your hand to your face, you realize you don't actually raise your hand to your face, you just teleport between the two positions. It doesn't look like you've moved, and anyone watching wouldn't be suspicious, but your hand is suddenly at your side and then suddenly at your face. It feels cold though, and I guess this could be kind of like giving you a warning, maybe?
Like I have spidey sense?
Maybe.
Okay. So I know that my hand teleported.
You know, yeah.
Okay. My instinct's going to be to teleport out from this open area that I'm in. Is there maybe a tree close by, or maybe bleachers that I can just get so I'm not just completely in the open?
Why don't you also assess the situation?
Okay.
Okay, on an 8, you can see that this, although you're in an open area, there are a few other people using the track, and there are people around. If you just disappear, it may draw attention. However, there is a tree nearby.
Okay. Do I feel like I'm in danger?
No.
No. Okay. Then I will quickly walk to the tree. I won't teleport if I don't feel like I'm in danger. I'll put my back to the tree and just kind of like look around to see if I can spot anything of what's going on. Do I recognize the people on the track?
Yeah, they are the normal people using the track. However, as you get to the tree, you see a curly-haired face sort of like look down from sitting in the branches. Oh, hello there. How are you doing? It's Leslie.
I don't remember who Leslie is.
Leslie was the one who was helping the person who got bullied yesterday, but Jillian distinctly did not like.
Yes. Oh.
See, I saw how you were helping out that kid there earlier by the lockers, and that was real sweet of you.
Yeah, you too. I didn't know anyone was up there.
Oh, I often come here to eat alone.
Well, enjoy your lunch. And I'll kind of turn, and then I'll turn back and just, thanks for helping yesterday.
Oh no, that's quite all right. I just, Chuck's a bit of an ass. Sorry.
Oh, I've heard worse. Conversations about supers tend to get a little colorful sometimes.
Conversations about supers?
You know, with all the talk about registering them and maybe taking powers away or limiting them.
Oh,
I just hear a lot of people talking about it. How did you climb that thing anyway?
Oh, it's not the hardest. As long as you don't mind getting your hands just a little bit dirty. Holds up her hands. As she holds up her hands, you see she's got a notebook and pen in her hands. And she's in the middle of making notes.
What are you writing something?
Oh, just a journal.
Oh yeah? Well, I won't ask you what's in it, but I journal sometimes too. Nothing very important.
Hey, not many people write journals and things, you know. Would you like to be like pen pals or something?
Well, we see each other at school, but that could be fun. We could just put them in each other's lockers. Is that too middle school?
Well, we could do it secretly, and then who would know?
That's fair. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm Lila, in case you didn't know.
Leslie,
Hi.
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. I'm gonna go for a run now, but enjoy your journal and your tree.
I will do. Have fun on the track and hanging out with Jillian later.
Bye. And I'll go off and kind of surreptitiously kind of feel my ring again to see if maybe there's still
No
No.
warmth, no activation of powers, not a thing.
okay. I'll go for a run. And I'll already start thinking about like, is this afternoon too soon to write something? Maybe tomorrow would be better.
Lastly, we find Jillian.
Can't believe Lila's gonna be friends with Leslie. Yes.
What does Jillian do at lunchtime?
She sits with her friends at the cheerleading table and the football player table, obviously.
Mm-hmm. You see, yeah, I mean, all your friends are around you. It was Billy, Sue, and Sasquatch or something like that, right?
Correct, yes.
Also, there are footballers there. Chuck is sitting at the table along with several other footballers that we will name as they become appropriate. And you see John Dalkey crossing the cafeteria to come and join you. You also may see soon after Alyssa leave the cafeteria.
I think Jillian kind of watches as Alyssa leaves just to be like, where's she going? Like, I know she was standing, it was kind of strange because she was standing in line and then she just stopped standing in line and then left. But she won't follow her. She's going to keep talking with her friends.
I'm just hastily turning off the Chaos Demons notification. Our players today are not Chaos Demons. That was from the last game. Yeah, so sorry, repeat that last bit just again.
She's gonna watch as Alyssa goes off because it's kind of strange that she just got out of line, but she's gonna stay with her friends.
Mm-hmm. And Billy is sort of sitting with the cheerleaders, but Billy is sitting on the other side of the cheerleaders from the footballers, where Sue is sitting quite close to Randall, who is the next footballer that we're going to name.
All right. Yes. What are Sue and Randall doing?
Sue. So, give me a assess the situation here, because it looks like they're just talking.
Okay. Let's see. Is that just a straight roll here? Hold on.
Assessing the situation is a superior roll.
Superior roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flex your high school superiority. There it is. Sue is tittering uncharacteristically. She is resting her hand on his on his wrist sometimes. You can see her cardigan is on the back of her chair. Sue is flirting, and Randall is kind of maybe not aware, but certainly being sucked into the trap.
Okay. Jillian is a good wing woman. She is going to lean forward and say, "So guess what, Randall?
What's that?
I forgot his name for a second. John asked me to the prom. So who are you asking to the prom?"
Oh, I haven't asked anyone to the prom yet. Oh! Hey, Sue, do you want to go to the prom? And
Someone's got to play Sue here. Come on.
Wasn't Kelly Sue last time?
It's possible.
I don't remember.
I know
think-
I know Benishka took Billy.
Yes. I think I may have been Sue.
Okay. Why don't you play Sue for just a second for us?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to come to the prom with me, Sue?
You know what? I do. I have
All right.
I have to break up with my boyfriend first, but yeah, why not?
You have a what? You have a boyfriend?
Used to have a boyfriend. I won't by the end of the day.
Oh. All right. And Billy, everyone is just like, ooh.
I think his name was David. I don't know. That's Renee. Gosh. I remember I named this character the last time I played Sue, but I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, no, I would love that. It would be so much fun, and I think we would have just a really great time together. You know, like it could be the start of something.
Oh my gosh, it'll be so much fun. We can like get a limo together, and then we'll like get dinner
Yeah.
beforehand and get like our pictures taken at KF Nichols.
Yeah.
As we all try and figure out what that's.
I don't know. But
I got it. I know what it is.
Got it?
Yeah.
Trying to say JC Penney's, but it's in our world.
got it. Well, see, you said KF Nichols, and I went KFC?
Same.
Kentucky Fried Chicken for prom night.
No. You know how like
Yeah.
JC Penney's in like the 90s used to have those little photo booths that you like go in, you can like take these like glamour shots?
Well, I totally
Yeah.
love it now that I know what reference you're making. I just didn't get past fried chicken.
All right.
Yeah,
So
so,
yeah.
Randall, what color do you think I'd look best in? I haven't bought a dress yet. Oh, but you'll have to match. Maybe like a tie or a pocket square or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Like I've already got like a navy suit. Do you think I need a new one, or like should I get the same? I think you look great in the colors you're wearing now, like that pink.
Yeah, Sue totally looks down to see what color she's wearing that day.
I think probably. Is it Wednesday? Are you wearing pink?
Sure.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, is that like salmon or like hot pink? I don't really know, but
I think it's like a pastel pink.
oh, by the artist.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, navy blue and pink go well together, right?
Yeah, if you could wear your navy blue suit and maybe get like a pastel pink pocket square, that would be perfect. Ah, gosh, we're gonna look so cute together. The photos are going to be all over the internet, so someone will see what fun we're having at prom.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Bonnie, as you've played Billy before, how is Billy feeling at the end of the table?
Billy is probably not super thrilled with the fact that he does not have a date, and Sue made it very clear that even though she made it very clear that she was not going to go with him, he still kind of expected that whoever was kind of, left over would just go as a group. And that's not going to happen anymore.
Could still go with Sasquatch. Or Shantae, or whatever her name was.
I don't know what her name was. I think she was pretty adamant against it too. But I could be wrong about that. So I think he's probably starting to get maybe a little bit desperate. His prom's coming up and all of his friends are starting to pair off. Sirloin.
Sirloin will lean across to you and say, don't worry, I'll still go with you. I mean, oh, hang on a minute, does this mean Trevor's free?
You can't date other people's ex-boyfriends. Oh my god, Sirloin.
Oh, sorry.
That is so not fetched.
I did name him Trevor, didn't I?
Also, I think at this point, make me an assess the situation again, please. Jillian.
Okay.
On a 9, you see a person walking towards you, towards your table. They are wearing a full suit in high school. It's a satin jacket. It looks like a silk shirt, and it looks really good, but also it looks so good it kind of looks lame in high school terms. And he's walking up to the table where you cheerleaders are with his lunch tray.
So just to be clear, he is like of high school age. He's not.
He is of high school age. Yeah, he's not
okay.
an older gentleman in a suit. This is a high school age kid in a full suit. On a 9, you don't recognize him.
Guys, who's that? In the suit?
Who's who?
Who?
The guy in the suit.
I don't know. I'd recognize a guy who wears a suit like that. Like, totally, I would.
Yeah.
And he comes to the table and stands at the end and says, "Hi everyone, my name's Sam Watson and I'd really like to try out for the cheerleader squad if you'd let me have a go."
Hi? I'm Jill. Can you say that but like 5 times slower?
And you see him sort of like take a deep breath and then compose himself and say, "I'm terribly sorry. My name is Sam Ratson. And I'd really like to try out for the cheerleading squad if you'd let me have a go."
Jill looks at Billy, Sue, and Sirloin. And see what they have to say.
Bill kind of, guy in a suit. He's kind of like, I don't think we need any more guys on the team.
Billy, don't be so mean. I mean, we do need more people like to be on the bottom of the pyramid. Right now it's you and me, and really, pyramid, we probably should have like more people on the bottom.
Jill, we got this.
Sam conventionally attractive?
Sam
and I
is...
say this, I think like by high school self-esteem standards is what I'm going to say, because I believe very many people are attractive, but high school cheerleaders are brutal.
I would say no. To describe him, he looks very skinny, very small. He's got a strong jaw on him, but it's framed by thick glasses. You can see he's put a lot of gel in his hair and really slicked it around, and his hair actually looks really nice, but it also kind of looks like he's put too much effort in.
Okay. We're definitely playing into stereotypes with the cheerleaders anyway, so I knew some nice cheerleaders. And I think Sue kind of leans forward in a way that's kind of towards Randall a little bit and like shows off, you know, the good side of her face, and says, "So, what can you do? What makes you want to be a cheerleader?"
I've been going to gymnastics classes privately for the last year, and I can do somersaults and banari flips, and I'm working on swan dives.
And Jill looks at Sirloin to see what Sirloin has to say.
Yeah, Sue's looking at the other two.
Is her name just Sirloin?
Billy.
I think at the moment her name is Santiano.
Okay.
And she's sort of like looking at him and like, oh, I'm a flyer too. It's not quite sunk in. Also, her personality changes every week because I'm playing her very differently than how Kelly did.
Are we sure
Wow.
that this one girl isn't just a set of like triplets who just are all identical and we don't know which one's which?
Yeah, no. Well, if her name is so changeable, I don't see why her personality has to be consistent. Like,
She actually represents the like 15 other girls on the cheerleading squad. That you just
she's
switched
a
up.
metaphor.
Yeah. I think Jill looks back at Sam and says, well, we're holding tryouts at the end of the week, and we have a couple other people who are also trying out. So, I mean, like, it's totally fine if you try out. Everyone is welcome to try out.
Thank you. And he sort of like gives you all cursory glances and says thank you again. He looks at Billy and sort of like double takes, looks at Billy again and gives a big smile, like a...
Good luck, dude.
Aww.
And then he leaves. He sort of rushes away carrying his tray. Alyssa! Where does Alyssa go when she leaves the cafeteria?
Oh God, she just gets outside. God, she gets outside as soon as she can. And she just like takes gulps of air, just like stopping, trying to take in deeper breaths than her lungs can actually hold. And she just like stops, and she's not really even looking around her so much as just like trying to catch her breath. At some point, she closes her eyes and tries to change from gulping breaths to normal rhythmic breaths, and tries to calm herself down and like center her anxieties. And I think it takes her a couple minutes. It takes her at least like 5 minutes to just kind of like start breathing normally again and not feel like she's gasping in air.
Hey, Alyssa, are you okay?
Gasping.
It's John Dalkey.
Of course it is. She definitely gasps and jumps quite a bit because she just got recentered, and when anxiety is high, sometimes the smallest sounds, man. And then she kind of looks up at him and makes eye contact with him for longer than she has in a while, and just kind of says, better, I think. You know how sometimes when you're stressed, things just get really overwhelming? Little things like the lunch line.
No, I can't stand the lunch line. I bring in my own lunch.
I'm supposed to bring in my own lunch, but I've left it on the counter 2 days in a row now because I don't know. I forgot.
Hey, look, you look like you're having a tough time. I can't really relate, but I bought in a big lunch. I'm supposed to be gaining weight for the next season. There's a free table over there. Do you just want to, like, share mine?
You don't have to do that.
I know I don't have to do that. Come on, I've got like 6 sandwiches in my box. You can have at least 2.
6 sandwiches? Really? Okay, yeah. Sure, why not? And you can tell that she's like... She stutters over her words a little bit and tries to kind of keep her cool that she's so carefully crafted over the past year. And as she follows him over to sit down for lunch, she's like just still breathing deeply.
So, I guess I don't really see you around much.
Oh,
Who do you normally eat with at lunch? As he passes you a sandwich.
what kind of sandwich is it?
This sandwich is ricotta cheese ham with pickle.
This all sounds really good. Okay, so Alyssa takes a big bite so that she doesn't have to like answer right away, but she makes an approving face as if like, yeah, thank you. And then as soon as she swallows that bite, she just says, I usually I eat alone. This is good, thank you. And takes another big bite.
Oh, that's a shame that you eat alone. Don't you like normally hang out with the swim team or something like that?
No, sometimes I take some laps depending on the day. But that's, of course, when I remember my lunch and don't have to brave the queues. It's not sad, really. I just don't have friends.
Well, I mean, I've been following the swim team as well. You guys usually do great, but this season... What I'm trying to say is, if you need a friend to, like, talk to about things, I could, I have sandwiches.
You have 6 sandwiches.
5 now.
It's pretty good. I probably wouldn't have eaten if not for your sandwich, so thanks.
If you need a friend, I can be that.
Look, John, is it John or Jonathan? Do you have a preference?
I don't mind.
John, I don't know that I'm the best friend to have. I feel like maybe I'm a bit out of practice. Like, I haven't worked out those muscles in a long time. Like, I haven't done enough laps, enough reps. I think I appreciate the offer. I just don't really know what to do with it.
Well, we can practice if you like. You just talk. So I'm taking Jillian to the prom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Not going to the prom.
What do you mean you're not going to the prom?
Well, I'm gonna close the chat in Zoom. We're funny. Whew. Well, in the past year or so, I've gotten more overwhelmed by crowds, and swim meets are hard enough just with crowds in the stands. So I wasn't going to go to the dance because I don't have friends, I don't have a date, and I don't like crowds. So it seemed like probably not the high school experience for me this year.
That'll be a shame, though. I mean, I know you say you don't have any friends, but I bet there are some people in the year who know about you and care about you. You just might not know about it. And he looks at you when he says that.
Lissa waves the sandwich at him and says, Jillian has talked like we're friends lately.
Well, that's good. I bet she'd like to see you at the prom.
Maybe. I don't know. She kept messaging me on Flitter saying like she liked talking in math earlier, or science. What class were we in? Chemistry. We were in chemistry.
Yeah, I saw you two working together. You worked
Yeah,
really
we saw
well
you
together. You looked,
too.
you know, you looked like you were working really well together.
It wasn't bad, actually. I always, I kind of dread group projects just in general. I mean, who likes group projects?
I
But-
love group projects, especially if I get paired with someone smart.
You love group projects? Really?
Yeah. Like, because if I get paired with someone smart, then they can just, like, help me pass the grade. Chemistry is not my strong point.
That's fair. Did y'all do okay with the experiment earlier then?
I think. I don't know. I let Lila do most of it.
Lila is another one that I've been, I guess, trying to talk to more.
Are you telling me that I'm ending up like working with all of your like new friends? Wow, I should just talk
Yeah,
to more
it's
people. You'll get a whole new
pretty-
bunch of friends.
It's like my only circle that I've had all year, literally. And you just came out of nowhere. It's like, who are you, John Dalkey? Where did you come from? Where did you go?
I've always been around. Do you want another sandwich?
Sure. Yeah.
This one's oh here, no, this is a good one. It's a coronation chicken sandwich.
Did you make this?
Maybe.
Alyssa takes a bite. And I'm imagining it's good.
Hey, is there confusion here over what coronation chicken is?
Yes.
It's kind of like a peppered curried chicken with like raisins and salad in it, and it's kind of sweet.
No, yeah,
But-
that sounds good.
It's really good.
Did you make all of these sandwiches yourselves? Are they all different kinds?
Yeah, I cook.
I'm impressed.
Keep that quiet though. It's not known on the football squad.
Oh yeah, of course. Wouldn't want anyone to know about your coronation chicken, prom king.
It's good though, isn't it?
It's good. It's good. Thanks. Couple sandwiches can really turn a day around, I guess.
Well, I'm glad I helped.
Yeah. Thanks for checking in, I guess.
No worries. And look,
You walked by, like that's a wild coincidence.
I actually saw you rush out of the cafeteria like
Oh. Yeah, well, I guess that makes more sense.
thought I'd just come and check. Look, you're having a time. I don't understand it, but I appreciate it. I'll leave you alone. You can finish off the rest of that sandwich and, do whatever you need to do. And anytime you need someone to talk to or something, just come and say hi, and I'll make some time and we'll talk.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey. Sort of stands up and just taps a hand awkwardly on your shoulder for a second, and then
Alyssa
walks
like
away.
raises the rest of the sandwich to him, like kind of cheers.
Swings his backpack on and heads back in towards the cafeteria.
And then I think she just stares at the sandwich for a little bit
How's
and then
Alyssa
eats it
feel-
again because it's good.
How's Alyssa feeling? What's Alyssa thinking? Let's get inside that mind.
Oh, she's thrown. That was the most conversation she has had with anyone in this school literally all year. Aside from like answering questions in class and having to talk to lab partners in chemistry, like that's it. She didn't even talk that much to Lila and Jillian when they were out at the diner the other night. But also, it felt more normal for her than she has in a year because she hasn't enjoyed not talking to people. She just felt obligated to talk herself into this whole space of being a dangerous detriment to others, or that there's no point. And so she's just kind of been in a funk for a really long time, and it was actually kind of a normal conversation. And that was weird, and I think she's kind of slightly smiling to herself as she eats her sandwich. It's a good sandwich.
Let's pan across to Lila on the track.
Why does she probably did maybe 2 laps, which would probably leave her a little bit left of lunch. She's still thinking about Leslie, and now she's starting to second guess it a little bit. Like, I haven't had a pen pal in years, and when I did, it was like, friend from middle school who moved away, and we just wrote each other letters about the dogs we saw. I don't really know what to do with this. So she'll go back to her locker and kind of take out a notebook and start trying to write something. She'll write, "How was your day?" and cross it out. And how about that test and cross it out? And kind of sit and think for a little bit, and then eventually she'll put down, if the world was ending and you thought you could maybe save the world, would you do it? Kind of thinking back to her conversation with Alyssa. And then maybe fold it up a little bit, right? Leslie on the outside, and see if she can find Leslie's locker.
So, important question. Do you fold up the same sheet of paper with the crossed out things as well, or do you write it on a fresh sheet?
She would probably write it on a fresh sheet.
Okay.
The rest of it's just flavor.
I figured as much, but it was an important,
Yeah.
important thing to check. How would you go about finding Leslie's locker?
Well, she'll realize that she did not ask for which one was Leslie's locker. And is Leslie a junior? I can't remember.
Leslie is a junior. Oh, are they a senior, Jillian? No, they're a junior.
No, she's a junior.
She's
She's a
junior.
junior. Okay. She'll kind of... I actually have no idea how you go about finding somebody's locker. My high school was super small. Is there a directory? No, probably not.
I don't think so.
Maybe they're all like decorated on the outside. So like Jillian's has like, it says Jillian on the front,
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then she'll probably go to the part, she's already in the part of the locker section that's probably for the juniors.
Yeah,
So she'll
they're all
kinda
the way
like-
down the corridors in this school, the lockers.
Okay. Oh, geez. I guess she'll wander a hallway or two to see if she can find the right locker, but trying not to make it look like she's looking for a locker. She wants it to look like she knows where she's going, but she doesn't.
Okay, give me a superior roll.
Okay.
As you are walking down this corridor, not only do you start to see lockers that you recognize, you see Jillian's locker with Jillian written on it. You also see John Dalkey's locker. You see Jillian Song's locker. You see Alyssa's locker, and you also see a locker which says "Hello there" in big letters on it. Which you kind of, when you read it, you end up reading it in Leslie's voice. Hello there. Oh, hello.
But it doesn't have her name on it.
It doesn't have a name on it.
Okay. If I sort of hear Leslie's voice in the back of my head with that locker, then I'll probably fold it up a little bit, and I'll put my locker number on the back, because now I realize how hard it can be to find a locker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll slip it through the little slit in the locker. And because I've passed Jillian's locker, I'll take another little sheet of paper and kind of write, "Can't wait for tryouts," and stick that in Jillian's locker.
Do you sign it?
No, she forgets.
Perfect. Yeah, so fantastic. You do this successfully. Bell rings. Time to get to your next lesson. Let's go to Jillian again. Bell hasn't rung for you yet.
All right. Still at lunch?
Still at lunch, yeah.
Okay. I think we would just spend our time talking about the prom. Also probably wondering where John Dalkey is.
Okay, and after about 10-15 minutes of talking about prom and stuff, John Dalkey will come back in and come and sit with the football team. Sort of like when he comes in, he sees you, Jillian, and sort of like smiles.
A wave. A very awkward wave.
He'll come in.
Hi. Like being actually excited, but being like, oh, I can't act too excited because that's not cool. Like, oh, hi.
John like freezes, like he was heading towards like where the football players are, but now he's seeing you waving and he's wondering if he should go towards you, and you can see the conflict on his face.
I scoot over, like, there's room.
John will come and sit down. Oh, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, real good. I'm doing great, in fact.
So Randall just asked Sue to the prom.
Isn't Sue going with Trevor?
No. Trevor never asked. Besides, we're done. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh.
I should shoot him a text.
Yeah, or just
Here.
be a flitter.
Sally, help me write a text.
Is Sally another
A
girl or a
flitter?
person?
No, Sally's totally the third person.
Yeah, Sally's totally. Yeah, of course she is. We want to make it
see.
nice, right? So that like do you want to let him down gently? Because like you could write him a poem. Maybe
A
Roses
poem
are-
sounds like I'm trying to keep him though. I am so done with his ass.
But it could be like roses are red, violets are blue, garbage is trash, and so is you.
Ah, wait. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm going to prom, but not with you.
I love it. That
Perfect.
is so great. Oh my gosh.
Perfect. And send.
And we all wait to see if like the little red text comes up next to it.
It does, and immediately it comes up as well with like the ... of typing, and it's like
He's typing.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
and messages start flooding in. Sue, what did I do wrong? I was going to ask you to go to the prom. I bought a suit. I was going to get to the thing. And like just message.
How many do I get?
Where are you? Do you want to talk? We're on 8.
Oh, good.
There's still some time at lunch. We could talk right now. Or maybe after school. Up to 10, 11.
Do I just ignore these?
Wait, is Trevor just out of character? Trevor's not a football player.
I thought he was a football player.
Was he a football player? Oh, he's just like hanging out with his other friends at lunch.
Yeah, he's also a skater.
Oof.
Skater football player. Damn, why did I dump him for Randall?
Jill reaches across the table and she's like, "Don't answer that. Make the power move."
You were so right, girl. And then she puts her phone on Do Not Disturb and slides it into her back pocket.
Oh my god, I love Sue so much.
Thank you.
It's getting towards the end of lunch. John is smashing these sandwiches. It's like he hasn't eaten at all at lunch, and now he's just like really starting. He's trying to maintain. He doesn't want to gross Jillian out, so he's trying to maintain composure, but at the same time, he's taking very large bites. He's sort of like,
What kind of sandwiches are those? They look really good.
this one is beef hash. I've got another one in here, which is brie and bacon. There's one here that's chicken salad.
No, coach is making you gain weight, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to put on weight for the next season. One too many sacks last season.
What position should John Dalkey be?
Oh, you know.
He's clearly quarterback.
Of course he is.
Of course he's quarterback. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so not too much weight, but just like, you know.
Yeah. Well, when's your next practice?
Not tonight, actually. Tonight's a break. Then there's one tomorrow night.
Okay, and we're still like meeting after school, right?
Yes, definitely. There's something I need to tell you.
Okay, all right, totally. That's cool. Yeah.
So
Guess
I
what
can't
I
talk about it
made?
here, though.
No,
What did you
no, we're not
make?
gonna talk about it. I made a new friend. Well, I like knew about her, but then I think we really got closer in chemistry. Do you know Alyssa?
I do know Alyssa.
What's
She seems really sweet. Carter, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Jillian immediately is like, oh,
You two looked like you were working really well together.
yeah, we were.
John has picked up on the O, and John has the relatable alarm bells as he tries to figure out what's wrong and realizes that maybe it's something. As Alyssa is a topic of conversation, it might be Alyssa, but he doesn't know how to address this. So he's sort of going, yeah, I see her around a lot.
Oh, a lot, huh?
Well, I mean, you know, she's always kind of separating herself off alone, which is like, you know, noticeable, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And you like that?
Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of sad.
I guess.
I mean, I just feel sorry for her, you know? Kind of.
Okay, I think he's like flagellated himself enough over this. And she's like, well, she's like a really nice person, and I've gotten to know her a little bit better, and she's pretty cool. We take driving lessons together.
Oh, yeah, I saw you hanging out. That's actually one of the reasons I want to talk to you later on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's cool.
So what have you got this afternoon?
Oh, well, this afternoon, I have a little bit of cheer practice. You know how, like, sometimes you have to, like, work through routines on our last period. Oh, and I have theater. Ugh, I have to work with Leslie.
Isn't Leslie good at theater?
What you think? Oh, by the way, Leslie is his ex-girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess. If you think she's good at theater.
Oh, I mean, but isn't it good to have a... I mean, you know, I don't really speak to her anymore or anything, but, like, isn't it good to have a good partner? Because don't you both do better? Like, if I was playing football with... Oh, wow, Sam's really dressed up nice today, he says, noticing the guy in a suit.
How do you know Sam? I've never met him before. He wants to try out for the cheerleading team.
He's the IT kid. You don't know the IT kid? He doesn't usually wear a suit. He usually wears like shorts and like a just a short sleeve short sleeve shirt, and those big glasses. Done his hair too. But he tried out for football last year. He was awful.
Oh. Well, that's really sad. I mean, he said that he was taking private, like, gymnastic courses, so maybe he'll be good at gymnastics and cheerleading.
Maybe he was way too light for the football. Like, Randall could pretty much pick him up and throw him like a javelin.
Well, maybe he could be like a flyer, you know? We could always use more of those.
Yeah.
Well...
But anyway, I wouldn't want, like, Sam on the football team with me because we would lose. But I'd love to have Randall on the football team with me because Randall's a monster who takes out anyone in his path. Isn't it the same for Leslie?
No.
Oh.
I hear she's really mean to, like, the stagehands.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, she just like, pretends like she's the star of the show all the time. And she like doesn't have any regard to all the people who are in the supporting roles.
Damn, I never knew. Huh, we dated for a while as well, you know?
I know.
Do you want one of my sandwiches?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like bottom of the pyramid, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but I still have to look good in my cheerleading outfit.
Oh, right. I think you look good in your cheerleading outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Suddenly
like
gets so awkward halfway through realizing what he's saying.
Oh, gosh. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, I know you're really paying attention during the game and everything to what you're doing, but yeah, we like are working really hard for you guys and cheering for you out there.
Well, yeah, and I really appreciate it. Oh, hey, look, before class, I've got to do a thing. I need to go and hand in a medical exam. So, I better run. But I really enjoyed sitting with you. Maybe we could sit together more often.
Yeah, and you can tell me how you like me in my cheerleading outfit.
Red. Yep. I'll do that. See you later. Bye. Run. Is there anything else that Jillian would like to do before the bell rings? Or do you just sit there
Give all of her friends a look. Like, how did that go?
How did Billy and Sue think that went?
Oh,
no, Sue is just like, yeah, that was a bit awkward, girl.
How is it awkward? How do I make it less awkward? He like said some awkward things. He talked about, oh my god, he talked about his ex-girlfriend in front of me. Aren't you like not supposed to do that ever?
No, you're totally not supposed to do that, but you did get weird every time he mentioned another girl. And like, girl,
Okay,
girls
right.
gotta stick together.
You're right. Okay, all right. So I won't get weird if he mentions another girl,
No,
but
don't
like,
get weird, just brush it off, hair flip.
okay, brush it off, hair flip. Got it. Brush it off, hair
Also,
flip.
if a dude offers you food, you should probably take it because food is important.
Really,
saying.
Billy?
Okay, so take the food that he offers me and then brush it off, hair flip. Got it. Brush it off, hair flip. Okay, I got it.
Other than that, that
Mhm.
smile is winning. Keep smiling.
Okay, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love your input. It's so important to me. I just wanted to let you know.
You are so important to me.
Billy kind of rolls
And-
his eyes a little bit.
Shut up, Billy.
Oh my
I didn't say anything.
Oh, also, just like while we're on the topic of boys, I think you should block Trevor's number and change your relationship on face shot to single.
Oh, you are so right. How many text messages do I have when I open my phone?
Let's see. It's been 10 minutes. 17 and 3 missed calls.
God, he's being such a diva. And then I'm gonna go to Facebook, face shot, and unlist. But she
There's
does
another
not...
5 messages on there.
Oh, of course there are. She does not block his number, because she's kind of reveling in this.
And Shannon across the table is just like, she's looking after John and's like, damn, Jillian, John's really hot.
I know.
brush it off, hair flip.
And she does that.
Well then, the bell rings.
Okay, class.
And before the bell rings, let's pan back across to Alyssa.
Good. Here's your lesson plan.
Alyssa feels much better when she's outside. She eats the whole second sandwich too. It's better than the first. Not that the first was bad at all. The first was pretty stinking good, but this is still way better. And she's just kind of enjoying the weather after John leaves, just kind of self-reflecting, finishing off the sandwich, and enjoying not being around people, but also kind of surprised by how much she enjoyed the conversation with John Dalkey,
Yeah.
which was around people. So,
Well, you can see as you're enjoying the weather that time is passing, and you imagine it's not long until the bell rings for class. Is there anything else that Alyssa would like to do at lunchtime?
she doesn't really have anything to pack up, and she found herself with much more free time than she expected because she was still waiting in line just a few minutes ago. So she really just kind of like sits there and takes a breather and catches up and tries to formulate potential things to say to people in her head, like, hey, you're smart. Nope. Your hair is not. I like your shoes. And she's like trying to like think of conversation starters for Jillian and Lila specifically, especially since Serena has encouraged her to have a conversation with them, or at least like start treating them more like potential friends. And now like John Dalkey has kind of offered a hand of friendship, and so like, how do you start a conversation with the high school quarterback? Besides, I like your shoes. Sandwiches? Eyes? No. And so she's just like going through and like trying to figure out, like, checking Flitter. Trying to figure that out.
And as you're trying to figure this out, maybe one of the moments when you're lost trying to think between footballs and eyes, the bell rings. And,
okay.
I believe we have different classes this afternoon because I know Jillian is doing theatre, right? What would Alyssa be doing this afternoon? It's one of your choice subjects.
Alyssa does creative writing.
Creative writing, cool.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. She usually keeps to herself in the corner and like writes basically what the class is about. So usually horror short stories.
And how many people do you think are in this class?
Oh, it's smaller because it's one of the like kind of fringe electives, so it's like 10 to 15 people.
And shortly after the bell rings, the teacher sachets in. She is an older woman, British, but she is very, very posh. She has sort of long curly hair and big horn-rimmed glasses, sort of like this. I'm not going to wear shades the whole time, but definitely like this. And she sachets into the room like she's on stage. And she comes in and sees, good, everyone is here. Alyssa, who else is in the class? Is it anyone we've met yet, or is it new people?
Sue is in the class.
Alyssa, Sue, and Anyone we've met or someone new?
Charlie.
Charlie. You are in for a treat today. Today we talk about one of the darkest, most satisfying parts of any story. The Dark Night of the Heart. That section in movie storytelling where things seem worse for our heroes than they could ever possibly be. The pit, the bottom of the pit, the place where only you can go upwards and where all of our redemption arcs stem from. Now then, Dark Knight of the Heart ideas. Give me some Dark Knight of the Heart ideas. Alyssa.
Welcome to the academy.
Uh,
Please take your seat.
Someone close to you just got hurt.
Hurt.
And
Pain. Yes.
pain. And you can't do anything about it, so you feel the dark night of the heart.
Good. Close, not quite there. Pain is good. Pain is a thing which heroes have to endure, but not for the Dark Night of the Heart. No, we want to get inside their heads, and pain is something that people can overcome or ignore.
Huh.
Sue.
Like, I mean, I've kind of had breakups on my mind today, but I feel like that's just not, like, dark enough, you know?
It depends. Perhaps we are, instead of writing a action adventure, maybe we are writing a love story. Then perhaps not a breakup, because that's too final. But perhaps a break.
I like that. I absolutely like that. Not too final, still could be a happy ending, and she like slightly glances at the notifications on her phone. But
She
yeah.
starts writing pain, break. Oh, we okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine. That was a cut him out of your life.
Oh. Oh. Got it.
Pain, a break, good redemption arc there. The still you want that dangling fruit. So perhaps going back to yours, Alyssa, pain, a friend in pain, maybe not in pain,
Loss.
maybe with a redeemable factor. Perhaps there's something they need. Perhaps a cure. Perhaps some sort of expensive surgery that they cannot afford right now. Anything like that. You want something that can be worked into the redemption arc, but not something that can be ignored.
Right. So, like, an unknown interdimensional demon who might end the world, but there's still the possibility for redemption.
Brilliant. I love it. Writes demons on the board. Charlie! Come on, give us something. And Charlie sort of looks up.
Oh, I
Yes,
was
Char-
gonna play. I was
Yeah,
sorry.
do it!
How about cancer? Lung cancer.
Oh no, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Disease, death. You know, it kind of fits in with the whole theme.
It's, yes, but as we just spoke about with Alyssa, Charlie, need something that's kind of redeemable. Now, I should inform you, as I'm sure many of the school counselors and health boards have, that smoking damage is permanent. It's not something that gets better with age.
Yeah, but has it been proven scientifically?
Moving on. And she carries on with the lesson. She gives you a wonderful example about how a superhero has to choose between the man who will save the city or the woman of his dreams when they're both put in danger, and the superhero chooses the woman of his dreams selfishly, and he is punished for that in that he saves the villain, swaps them around, so he instead saves the savior of the city. And it becomes the Dark Night of the Heart because the woman of his dreams dies. And now, for the villain, for the hero, not only does he have to take on the image of a bad guy, he has to watch someone else save the city, and he can't have the woman of his dreams. And well done to anyone in chat who knows what plot I'm talking about. Banishka, what would you be doing this afternoon? This is one of your choice lessons.
Hi. Well, I was gonna go to art class, especially mixed media art. So, like sculptures made out of things.
Cool. And what have you been working on?
She's working on this mobile that hangs down, and she's not quite sure like what it's supposed to be. She doesn't really. She's just here because she needs to do some kind of elective. She doesn't really care about art. So it's like built off of a wire coat hanger, and there's more wires coming off, and one side of it kind of looks maybe a little bit greener, like she's trying to imitate ferns and vines and stuff. And the other side has more found metals like nuts and bolts and things. And she's hoping that the teacher will say like that's, you know, nature versus civilization, but it doesn't really actually mean much to her. She's just putting in class time.
And I think this teacher will be a Irish gentleman. Should have retired way past retirement age. This guy is 75, still comes in, and quite often when the room is bustling, he will quite happily sit there and mark papers. But other times when you're all quietly working away, and there's not so much chatter or bustle, he'll occasionally just turn up. All right, quiet down, everyone. Gotta concentrate on your work. And just when the room's quiet only, though. That's the only time he does that. Again, a lot of these experiences are being taken from real life. I'm sorry if anyone recognizes my teachers. I don't think any of my old school friends are in chat. And he will come along and look at your mobile. And which bit are you most happy with it?
She likes the way that the kind of nuts and bolts side sounds like wind chimes. So she wants to she will put the piece on and kind of tap the mobile to see if it rings in a way she likes, and maybe changes it.
Yeah, and he's standing behind you when you do this. And as you're doing it. Ah, yes, I can see how that's quite pleasant.
Thanks. Do you like it?
Had you considered taking out the nuts and bolts altogether and replacing them with actual wind chimes? He's missed the point of your project.
No. Not really. I was kind of looking at, found materials.
Found materials.
I haven't found any wind chimes.
Right, and tell me briefly, what is your piece telling us?
Oh, it's about, finding some of the beauty in, like a city. And she kind of gestures to like the nuts and bolts side of it, as opposed to just looking at, greenery and nature. Because, we live in a city, and I think it gets a bad rap.
Right. All right. And which bit in particular do you think tells us most about the city we live in?
kind of looks at the mobile. All of the nuts and bolts are kind of dirty. And there's a lot of ugly stuff in the city.
So now then, had you considered perhaps cleaning half the nuts and bolts to maybe show what the city could look like if we cleaned it up a little bit?
Huh. Yeah. Would that be like this half or just here and there?
I'm not here to do
Is
your
that
work for you now.
Is that like what the supers are doing?
What? Supers? Nah. We didn't have any of them in my day. Back when I was a kid. Didn't need them either.
Well, maybe that's why the city's so dirty then.
You respected the law and that was it. You know
okay.
that he was... Like, it was like the 50s, so... What the fuck?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Do we have any... Is it still found materials if I paint a couple of them gold?
I don't see why you couldn't find some gold paint.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll clean them, and some of them are going to be... Maybe just this one over here. The really small one can be gold. Just as like a centerpiece.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Thanks.
Yes, there'll also be some homework tonight. He goes around and gives out homework individually because you're all working in different areas of the workshop. I'm going to give you this piece here. This piece is made by a gentleman who makes sculptures very similar to your own, where he takes reclaimed metals and woods and makes great big animals out of them. You can see this one here is an elephant. And I'd like you to write me a 2,000-word essay on the valuable work that he is doing. And I'd like you to critique it, and I'd also like you to appraise it. And then at the end, you can summarize by telling me how much you think that piece of art is worth.
Lila doesn't say this, but can one of the kids in the room just go, "It's priceless"?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
He doesn't react to that at all. However, he goes and sits back down. He goes around a few other people and then goes back and sits back down. And when it all goes quiet again, would you all calm down and get on with your work? Jillian, it's theatre time.
Yes, it is.
Your teacher comes in. I don't know what American theatre's like. Do you do it all on stage and stuff, or like, do you have like just a practice room? We used to just have a room where we used to practice.
We had a room where we practiced, and it depends on whether we were doing a show or not. But we did have a stage in that room. Yes.
Okay. I think this room probably won't have a stage. It's just a big room, all carpeted, and someone's put curtains all along one wall, and there are stacked chairs at either end, which can be taken out for class. I think there's a number of you in theatre. Theatre's quite a popular class. But of course, you did not get to pick partners, and the teacher partnered you with Leslie. When the teacher comes in, hang on, I'm remembering an accent I heard recently. Alright, so good morning everyone. Today's class, we're going to be starting practicing for our next show. Best performances throughout the year will be put forward for the main roles, but we'll all be taking part. There'll be some of us who will be working stage hand, some of us working front stage, and I very much look forward to all of your performances. Now, today I would like you all to work with me in creating a piece of satire. Who here can tell me what satire is? Jillian.
So it's like when you're like using art to like make fun of something, but like in a really farcical way.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. Is there anything in particular about satire that marks it as satire?
Like maybe it's making fun of real things.
Okay. Okay, and Leslie sort of like also raises her hand. Leslie?
Oh, hello there. Yes. The thing about satire is it's often happens in film and movies. It's not really done in art or anything like that. Apparently, she's becoming Irish now because I just recently did an Irish accent. I'll get back to Canadian eventually. Give me a minute. And he sort of goes. It's close, Leslie, but not quite there. Anyone else? And eventually someone gives him the answer he's looking for, whatever the hell it is. And he sets you up together. You are tasked with creating a satirical piece together. So,
Okay,
okay, Jillian.
what?
Well, I'm quite keen to be getting working with you. I know we've had our differences.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we should do?
Well, I think we can make fun of our mayor. We can make fun of the fact that like he has lots of partners and maybe like his very strange skin color and maybe like the fact that he has really small feet.
Who is it you're talking about?
The mayor.
Oh, the mayor. Oh, but do we really want to make fun of someone? I mean, don't you think that's a bit mean?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, I would have said that perhaps making fun of the mayor isn't the best thing, but perhaps making fun of the cafeteria lunch lines, because then the victim doesn't have feelings.
Fine, we can make fun of the cafeteria lunch lines. Except there's only two of us, so like how are you gonna make fun of the lunch line?
Well, perhaps we could use our imaginations. You know, we could pretend that there's lunch line around us. I could be standing right there in front. You could be standing
Okay.
behind.
And then we'll just like stand here and wait and wait and wait. I think there's actually already a play that does that.
This does sound familiar, actually. Would it be satire if we just stayed still for the whole line and just titled it Lunch Line?
Yeah, I guess, but can you stand still for like 10 minutes and not say anything?
I don't know, can you?
Yeah, I can. I'm really good at it because like I do that for the human pyramid for cheer.
Well, it's just every time I see you, you know, you're usually talking.
Same to you.
Actually, I quite like my quiet time.
Well, you wouldn't know it.
So I saw you hanging out with John at lunchtime.
Yeah, what about it?
Something we have in common.
Maybe had in common?
Oh, I don't mind or anything.
I wasn't asking.
Probably for the best.
Okay, let's just get working on the scene. If you want to just stand here for like 10 minutes, that's totally fine. But I don't feel like we're going to get a very good grade.
Well, okay, we can go with your mayor idea if you like, but personally, I think it's a bit racy.
Okay, well, we can also just make fun of all the stereotypes at school. So then we can make fun of everyone. And then so that way nobody gets their feelings hurt.
Removing the victim by victimizing everyone.
Yeah, kind of.
I can see that. So we've got, let's see, in girls, we've got the cheerleaders, those who dump their boyfriends, those that are able to hold on to a man, those that don't notice when their man's running around talking to other women, and those that pick up from the other people's scraps, I guess.
Sue would have some words for her.
Wow. Remember how I said she was nice? Jeez. My goodness. Well, I guess from the theater kids, we have those people who, number one, can't hold on to a man. Number two, who's mean to everyone around her and thinks that she's all that. But really, when she leaves high school, she'll realize that she peaked.
Oh, what about the kids that aren't cheerleaders as well, or theater kids? There's them on the swim team. You know, the little butterflies on the swim team. Just a beautiful swimming through the water.
Yeah, that's fine. Or the people like on the track team.
I don't know. What did you take the mick out of? They're kind of boring.
I guess so. You could just have them like running around all the time and just running around in circles.
Or like, perhaps I could ask you a question and you just keep on running. Or maybe run as an answer.
I guess so.
Do you know what? Leslie's Irish this episode. I can't do it. I did an Irish accent and it's just ruined my Canadian.
Yeah, I guess we could like also make fun of some of the teachers. You know, like the shop teacher who just like tells people to quiet down even though it's quiet.
I didn't know you did shop.
Oh, I don't, but I hear from my friends.
Oh. I wouldn't have been surprised.
Okay, so I mean, do you think that'll fill 10 minutes?
I guess it would, yes. Do you want to include the footballers?
Yeah, I guess we should. They're pretty big. Both figuratively and literally on campus.
Oh. So what do we do first? What I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and let's do a roll for how good your performance is. Because the funny thing about this little alliance is that you're both quite good at theatre.
What do you think, mundane?
It's either going to be mundane or flat 2d6.
Or
it could even be... It could even be danger, because directly engaging, maybe?
Ooh, yes, I like that. I will use danger. Let's go.
So I think between the two of you, you make a 10-minute routine, which has a lot of potential, but just the dissonance between the two of you sort of rings through the performance a little bit, and you know, you both get Bs.
Okay.
Yeah. Alyssa, what kind of story are you writing? As the second half of the episode lesson, you're asked to write an example chapter of a hero or a protagonist entering the dark night of the heart.
God, I didn't know I was gonna have to do homework on this stream today. Alyssa is writing a horror story because that's a lot of what she writes. And because she threw out the demon and it seemed to really go over well with the teacher earlier, that's what she's writing about. She is writing a short horror story about someone whose internal demons come to life and having to face them. It's probably way darker than I'm going to go into on stream because I've written this short story and it's not fun. But yeah, that's what she does. That's Alyssa.
Okay. What kind of role do you think it would be?
Oh God, I guess a mundane role probably.
Maybe, or maybe superior. Provoke someone. You trying to provoke an emotion? Maybe. I know
Oh,
you're trying
maybe.
to evoke, but
I think I'm gonna say mundane probably.
okay,
Is the most fitting.
I buy it.
I would like to re-roll that.
You can.
Yes. Nah.
You still have another
7 is
reroll. Because
the most
earlier on,
common
I forgot to
number.
mention, these knees subscribed and gave you a reroll, so you actually had 2.
Thank you, Bee's Knees, because I'm totally gonna use it right now. And I didn't do well. But that's okay because we are making progress. And I need to advance because I totally failed earlier this game too. And I'm starting up my next way to the next character tier thing. I forget what they're called when they're not levels.
You just get advancements, don't you? You just get new moves and things.
Yeah, so I have an advancement that I get to take at this point, and then I'm starting marking my potential again from scratch.
Cool. Hold on to that for this scene, and then because it's only gonna be a short scene, and then you could do that afterwards, perhaps. So the story is an absolute flump. I think maybe if I may take a bit of narrative, Alyssa gets too caught up in the doom that she feels, and it's less about writing a Dark Night of the Heart with room for redemption, and more like a Call of Cthulhu spiral of inevitable death.
Yes, that is actually exactly what it is.
So you, Alyssa, this is wonderful writing, but unfortunately you've completely missed the point of today's episode. We are trying to set up a redemption arc for a happy ending, and I'm afraid that this piece, whilst it certainly evokes emotions, it's, I can't see any character in this narrative coming out of this alive or sane.
Nope.
I'm just going to give you a C on this one.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I just, I guess my head was in a weird space today.
Yes. Unfortunately, we cannot create our best work when our head is in a weird space.
I'll think on it. I'll figure out what's on the other side of my dark night of the heart.
You know, Alyssa, as a storyteller, I am used to hearing many troubling tales. You prefer the school counselor. You could go and speak to them, but I believe we have some sort of rapport. If you would like to talk, you may.
Yeah, I think I'm just thrown off my game today, but it's nice to know that the teachers here care. So, thanks.
Okay.
Alyssa is probably a little bit red because today's been just a really weird day.
Okay, there's not going to be any homework today, the three of you. And Alyssa, just wait behind for just a moment when everyone leaves.
Okay.
And sure enough, the bell will ring, and Sue and Charlie will leave. No homework this week, Alyssa, but if you want to do a rewrite when you're in a better space, that will be fine by me. Although, don't get any help from your sister.
No.
Because I'll
No,
know. I'll recognize her style anyway.
I know, and I think this is one I want to figure out for myself. Not rely on her coming in to save me.
Well,
You
good
know?
for you. Good for you.
Thanks. Yeah,
No.
I'll work on a second draft and see what I can do.
Entirely optional, but you've got a week.
Thanks.
Now, be off with you. School's over.
Alyssa tucks this into her bag and leaves, just like get outside again, get to the meeting spot. Dang, what a weird day. Dang.
Can you give me another mundane roll?
I can. Mixed success.
As you are leaving the school, you see a bright light shine. Just on the corner of your eye. You don't catch what it is, but it's less of a shine and more of a reflection, like a watch or a glass or something, but it's in the distance.
Like outside in the distance? Like a ways away?
Yeah, like over near track.
I think I kind of watch it for a second, but if I can't make out what it is, I don't think much of it. I'm just waiting for Jill and Lila to meet up.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go to Lila next. Lila. When the bell rings, your teacher, who you may name, because I can't think of a good Irish name at the moment,
McFeagle.
McFeagle. Right. Remember your homework, everyone. It's due in next week. 2,000 words. Shouldn't take you too long.
Okay.
The bell is currently ringing, and other students are getting up and leaving.
Yeah. She'll set aside her mobile somewhere where it's safe and it's kind of out of the way. And did we say this is the end of the school day?
End of the school day, yes.
Okay, yeah. She'll go back to her locker to see if she has any notes in her locker.
There are no notes yet.
No notes. So she'll go out to the spot to meet Jillian and Alyssa.
As you are heading that way, you are passing the lockers when you see some of the kids push over Sam in his nice suit. You can sort of hear people, "What are you wearing a suit to school for, you freak?"
Do I know who Sam is? I just-
He keeps to himself. If you spend any time in the IT department, you might know.
If you'll allow me, I think that as someone who is very much a loner, she probably knows the other loners or the other people who may be ostracized from a lot of the popular groups by sight.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, is he a loner or is he just one of those nerdy kids that people don't really interact with much?
He's kind of a loner.
Okay.
Heart's in
Then-
the right place.
Yeah. So Lila will recognize him. And if he's getting pushed, I see it as him getting pushed and maybe she's coming up behind him and she can catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him on his feet, even though she's probably shorter than him. Step out from the side of him and just, you guys leave him alone. There's
All
no
right.
need for this.
What, Sam? You getting the girl to defend you? What is this? What, you two dating now?
You guys are just a big bunch of bullies. She kind of like inches away just like a little bit, so she's not sitting quite so close to him.
Yeah. The bell is ringing, and the school counselor sort of comes out of his office and goes, what's going on here, MK? Come on, school's over. Everybody better get out here, or I'll be writing a letter to your parents. And as they leave, school counselor sort of looks towards you and Sam. You two okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sam?
Yeah, it's fine. I think I ripped my suit, but it's okay.
It's a nice suit.
Thanks. Thanks for coming and saving me.
You know, you gotta watch out for people. You know, when you can do something, you gotta do something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch out for you too, if I can.
Yeah. I don't know if I appreciate that.
Maybe I'll catch you around?
Uh-huh.
You hang out on track, right?
Yeah. Although I'm trying out for the cheerleading squad.
No way. Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Is that why you're wearing a suit?
First impression's the best impression.
You got that right. It's hard to change an impression.
It's weird though, the popular kids, like the cheerleaders and the footballers, they didn't pick on me at all.
Yeah. I know somebody on the cheerleading squad. Jillian? She's pretty great.
She was the one that invited me to come and try out.
Yeah, she invited me too.
Oh.
I used to not want to like do any like talk to Jillian or anybody like her, but I don't know. Maybe that's my impression of them. Maybe it goes both ways.
Yeah, I just always thought popular kids, were popular kids. I don't know what I'm saying.
Like they got it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I've got to run. I've got to catch my bus. But it was nice talking to you.
Yeah. See you around.
Yeah, I'll see you around. And he sort of like runs away, and his run can only be described as nerdy. It's sort of gating, and he holds onto his bag as he does it.
So it's me when I'm running for the bus. Now, when I'm late.
Hey Lila, do you need to have a moment to talk? Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
How do you know when you can trust people?
Well, that's a difficult question. Come on, step into my office.
Okay.
And sits down at his desk. Truth is, trust is something hard to earn and easily lost.
Yeah, but how do you decide to start trusting somebody? Is it just like decide to do it, or is it if you see someone who's like you, or is it that you have to wait for them to prove themselves?
Well, truth is, when you look at someone on the street, how do you know if they're trustworthy? You don't. You can only build trust through experiences. So, it kind of depends on the situation. If this is a person that's been there for you repeatedly, maybe you can trust them. But if this is someone brand new, it really depends on your situation. If you're hanging off a building and they're offering you a hand, I'd trust that hand. But it's a funny thing, trust. Okay? But why do you ask, Lila? Is there someone acting untrustworthy in your life?
Oh, I'm just. It's for my new art piece.
Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something with like broken glass as the image of broken trust. But
oh.
I just wanted other people's opinions and see how people thought about it.
And is this artwork a reflection of yourself?
No, there's just it's just something you see a lot in media, you know, like yeah.
Okay, I mean, you know, when you come into this office and you speak to me, it's entirely confidential.
Yeah.
So if you're having any sort of trust issues, you're worried about one of your friends, sometimes if someone who's normally trustworthy starts acting untrustworthy, that could be a sign that maybe they're in trouble too, okay? So if you ever need to talk about anything like that, I'm right here and I'm all ears.
How do you show someone that you can be trusted?
Well, you just gotta be there for them and don't be untrustworthy. Trust comes in all forms. Sometimes it's just turning up on time. Other times it's just being there to listen when someone needs someone to listen to. I guess
And,
the
like-
real question is, how do you be a good friend?
So like keeping secrets, if somebody tells you a secret.
Well, that's an interesting one. Because sometimes keeping a secret can be a very good thing to do for someone, and other times keeping a secret can be dangerous. So you would need to use your discretion to decide. And if you ever need to talk those sort of things out, I can help you reach those decisions.
Thanks. I might take you up on that.
Well, my office is always open. You don't seem to hang around with any of the kids, so if you ever want to come and hang out in here at lunchtime or anything like that, my office door is always open, okay?
Yeah. I'll remember that. I gotta go meet some people. But
Okay.
thanks.
Do you want to take a snickerdoodle with you?
Yeah.
Here you go.
She'll walk out the door.
And we will pan across to Jillian. At the end of your lesson, you both receive B's, and the bell goes, signaling the end of school. Leslie just grabs her bag and says, Well, okay then. See you later, Jillian. Goodbye.
Bye. And she also leaves in the opposite direction of Leslie. Doesn't matter if it's in the direction she actually has to go.
Leslie does start walking towards track where the bleachers are.
She literally will walk around the building to avoid walking with Leslie.
So as you walk around the building, as you come around the corner, you can just about hear John going, "Yeah, hi, Leslie. See you later." He kind of sounds a bit done.
And she'll continue to walk. She's a little bit annoyed now, but she'll still meet John under the bleachers.
Oh, great, you came, Jillian. Okay.
Hey. Yeah, what did you want to talk about?
It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay. You can tell me.
How do you feel about all of the things that have been going on recently with supers in town?
I mean, no real feelings whatsoever. No feelings. Feelings, no feelings.
You don't have any opinions on it at all? Like, should heroes have to register? Shouldn't they have to register?
Well, funny you should say that. Yes, heroes definitely should have to register. Yes, they should.
Oh. Okay. But you don't think they're bad guys, right? Or bad people?
No, no, they're not. They're not bad people. They're probably good people who may sometimes make mistakes. Yeah.
Okay, well, here it goes. I'm a fanboy. I love superheroes. I've got like, I keep newspaper trimmings, everything. I'd love to have superpowers. Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, it would be kind of a burden, don't you think? Like, to have superpowers and then have to, like, be registered and then have to, like, use them and stuff. But I'm glad you like supers.
You're glad I like supers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're a fanboy. Yeah.
And for world lore, I'm calling it, that's what people who 100% support superheroes no matter what are known as. They're known as fanboys. Or fangirls, or we'll think of a non-gender specific. Fan people, yeah.
Fan people, oh gosh, okay.
We need something better than that, but for now,
No.
fan people.
Oh, I do like fan folks, okay.
Fan folks, yeah, I love that. I'm a fan folk, cool. Yeah, he says, okay, well, I know you kind of got upset earlier when I started speaking about Alyssa.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. But
Okay.
it's true. I have been watching her a lot and trying to hang out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed how she's always like separating herself off? And like she's always swimming and then goes to class and then goes and sits alone and then goes to class, then goes straight home with her sister?
Well, I thought she was just a private person?
Oh, I think she might be a super.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Just- Look, I've been documenting the way that supers act and like how people who try to hide it act, and she keeps to herself. She doesn't open up easily to people. I've tried to like become her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was at lunchtime before I saw you. I was speaking to her.
Well, I mean, when would she have time to be a superhero? I mean, like, she goes to school, she has her swim, and then she has to go home. But then, you know, I go to driver's ed with her. So, like, if she were a superhero, she'd have to be, like, a superhero from, like, 1 a.m. to, like 5 a.m. And then that wouldn't leave her any time to sleep. And she does usually seem like she sleeps or something. So I feel like she wouldn't have a lot of time.
I'm not a weirdo, Jillian. I haven't like followed her home or anything.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. She just seems really quiet, and I've noticed that recently her like swim performance has gone down, and it's just like all of the signs are there. You know, less time to practice. I mean, I watch all of the sports teams, all the cheerleaders, all the footballers, everything.
Jillian's really nervous right now because she's like thinking about all the things that like she's like, has my performance gone down? Have I missed practice? Well, here's the deal. How about if I help you watch Alyssa and see if she's a superhero? I see her after school in driver's ed, and sometimes we go out for milkshakes to her sister's diner. So I'll keep an eye on her when she's not in school, and then we can like compare notes afterwards.
Okay. Give me assess the situation for me as his mood quickly changes.
Okay. Ooh. I've realized that if I'm having roles where I help my person, I should be adding a 1 to it.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a 1 to it.
He's disappointed in your response. You know, if there's anything that you wanted to talk about, Jillian, I just think you're the best.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, I think you're the best too. I'm just trying to help. I just, you know, I sometimes wonder about people being supers, but I just don't think Alyssa's one of them.
Okay.
Are there other people that you suspect?
I mean, there's always people that could be. You hear stories. People who have super strength or do other things.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Like that kid in the news recently who suddenly started winning track all the time, and it turned out he was developing into a super.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's on the track team's done that.
No, but I'm always watching the track team as well, though. It's hard to watch them all, though. I have to just watch via newspaper.
Yeah,
or
that's
Twitter feed.
True. Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for telling me. I mean, I know that's like a big secret of yours, and like if you want, I won't tell other people.
The squad would die.
Okay, I won't tell them.
Or kill me.
Why? You're like the coolest person on the squad. Maybe like if you said that you are a fanboy, they would all become fan folks.
Come on, Jillian. You know.
Yeah, you're right. Like, Chuck probably wouldn't really be supportive. You're right. We'll probably just keep it on the DL.
All right. Well, that's it. That's my big secret.
Okay. Well, now I feel like I have to tell you a secret, but I don't have any secrets. I mean, I'm just Jillian.
Make me a
Oh God.
I want to save your role for defending.
Defending it is. It's a savior?
I unless you can think of something else. Maybe mundane, but you're not trying to pierce the mask. You're trying to put something up against the mask, which is what makes me think savior.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like trying to reject someone's influence though, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, flat 2d6?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Ooh. I'll keep it.
On the 8, he sort of goes, uh-huh.
Okay, well, listen, I have to go to driver's ed this afternoon. I mean, it's really important that I'm like not late. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go meet Alyssa and Lila. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Have fun.
Okay, thanks. Text me.
I will. And just as you're leaving, he sort of shouts after you. Super Suppressor hasn't had any successful tests yet.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
And you can see him sort of like trying to read your reaction, but you play it cool and carry on.
Oof.
And you can all meet up at the meeting spot. Seeing as we picked up from here last time, why don't we have a small scene where we relay anything we want to relay about our school day before we get on the bus and head to the library?
I immediately tell people. Jillian is clearly bad at keeping secrets.
How does this sound?
Hey guys, before we get on the bus, I have something really important to tell you.
Okay.
Are you ready? So, you know John Dalkey?
I'm familiar.
So he is, get this, having them lean in. Okay, you can't tell anybody this. It's a huge secret. Like, you literally cannot repeat it. Cross your heart. Cross your heart. Swear to die. Cross your heart.
Okay, fine.
Okay, all right. He is a fanboy.
Seriously?
Come on. I know. Okay, so here, like, even worse. He's been tracking, like, all these supers or people who could be supers because he's, like, such a fan. He, like, literally saves, like, newspaper clippings all the time, and he's, like, tracking everybody. And
So what are you going to do? You've been all over Flitter all day.
I know. He, like, I don't think
What
he
happened on the
suspects me
bus?
yet. Nothing.
Uh-huh.
I got, I can't control my powers as much. I may have thrown a water bottle kind of hard, but, like, you know, it was just a water bottle. But anyway, it's not about me, Alyssa. It's about you.
What?
Okay, so he told me that, like, you two have been hanging out, and it's because he was saying that, like, you're not, like, hanging out with anybody, and you, like, don't go to swim practice as, like, early as you used to, and then you just, like, go straight home, and he's, like, super suspicious. So, like, we need to, like, everybody needs to, like, act really regular and keep everything on the DL. So, like, Alyssa, you need to, like, show up to swim practice, like, every day and perform really well.
Yeah,
Because I vouched for you, and I said that you go to driver's ed with me and that you totally don't have time to be a super.
Right, Jillian. What happens when you throw another water bottle and that plows through?
Okay, and I'll try not to do that. I'm gonna try really, really hard. I'm gonna, like, that's why we go to this thing, right? To, like, work on our powers. I'm gonna try really hard to not do it.
Won't it be more suspicious, though, if Alyssa suddenly starts doing things that she hasn't been doing? Like going to practice on time?
Okay. That's true. That's a good point.
I'm gonna do better at the next meet. I don't know. I keep thinking I'm gonna figure it out and it's gonna click. And swimming will be more natural. It should be, right? Like, when you're basically part water.
Yeah, but, like, you can't be too good, you know? You can't be too good. Because, like, remember that dude that, like, was, like, running track, and then he was, like, winning all the track meets, and then everybody found out that he was a super because he was just super fast. So you can't, like, be too good. Be good, not that good.
Okay, I won't be too good. There's a balance in there somewhere. I think being conscious of not using my powers is why I've been so bad. I don't know. Maybe I just need to not fight them so much. It It's fine. You really think someone is being nice.
Well, I mean, maybe he does just want to be your friend, but he's also interested in the fact that, well, to him, you might be a super. We know you're a super.
Is friendship with ulterior motives friendship?
Well, I mean, if you like somebody because they have cool hair and you want to get to know them, is that an ulterior motive?
I feel like comparing cool hair to superpowers might be doing a slight disservice to the situation.
Okay, fine, you're right. But either way, I'm just saying that I think we all need to be a little bit more careful, me included.
Yeah.
And he also said he's watching the track team. So, probably because there was that guy that was like winning track meets. So, Lila, I know you're good at track, but remember, we can be good. We just can't be too good.
It's okay. I'm not going to teleport around the track. That would be a little obvious.
That's true. And I will try not to throw people into the air more than normal.
Solid plan, Jillian.
Thank you.
Look, while we're on the subject, I haven't been great with the whole friend thing in the past year, but if we're gonna be hanging out more anyway, I'd rather not just be friends with ulterior motives, so... Friends?
Oh my gosh, yes, let's be friends. I thought we were friends.
I haven't called anyone a friend in a while.
Oh. Well, I thought we had a really good conversation in chemistry, so I thought we were friends.
Okay, friends now, I guess.
Okay, friends, group hug.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Group hug.
friends is cool.
Thanks. Let's go,
So,
find a Demonomicon.
Jillian, do you trust John?
Like, trust him to tell him that I'm a super trust him?
I don't know. Whatever trust means to you.
I mean, I really haven't told anybody outside of, like, us that I can do this. And I mean, like, I haven't told my parents. I haven't told anybody. So, I don't know. I mean, I have to think about it. Because, like, I don't know. He's just, like, I guess it's kind of like what you're talking about, Alyssa. What if, like, I tell him I'm a super and then he just, like, likes me because I'm a super?
Well, I think I trust you guys.
I think I trust you guys too.
I think we kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be like the downer or anything, but like we're stuck with each other, so we better be able to trust each other.
That's true too. That's one way of looking at it. Yes.
All I can say is I haven't worked with people in a long time, and I was telling someone earlier that I feel kind of out of practice, but I
Oh my
want
gosh.
you to trust me. So I will be trustworthy.
We
Yeah,
can
that
totally
sounds about
practice.
Okay,
Talking to
Jillian.
people.
Yeah, just maybe not too much at once, okay?
Okay. You can
I
just
like
like
kind of
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Lila suddenly kind of like flexes into like a superhero pose and kind of goes, "The team that trusts succeeds."
Good. Yeah, that's good.
I'll come up with something better.
I was gonna say something stereotypically Jillian, like we can all come to my house and paint each other's nails, and then we can practice conversation starters.
Okay.
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 Okay, let's catch that bus.
Okay.
Yeah. Go catch the bus.
The bus.
And so, someone remind me, what happened last week in the library when you found the Demonomicon?
We didn't find the Demonomicon. We were looking for it. We put it into the search, and then that's where we ended.
The search engine comes up and says, no results found. Please report to reception.
Shoot.
Okay.
It's cool, right? Like, they'll be cool about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'd be weird if we all went and asked. Like, maybe, like, Lila, you're, like, really small and you look pretty harmless, so maybe you can ask?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you should, like, go and ask, and we'll just look like we're here to read books.
And we learned about it in your book series, Lila, so...
Yeah. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. Jillian is gonna go over to the romance section and pretend to be reading a book, but, like, really, like, looking up over and seeing how Lila's doing.
How about Alyssa? Does Alyssa watch Lila as well, or does Alyssa
Oh,
wanna-
absolutely. Alyssa's not really hiding it, though. Just kind of, like, sitting at a table and watching how this goes down.
So you come to the table as a gentleman there, brown hair, short cropped side flick, only about an inch long though. Short back and sides, wears a brown suit with a cream shirt and brown tie, and sort of looks at you over the counter. Yes, how can I help you?
Yes. I was looking for a book in the reference section, and I tried looking it up on the.
You just used the search engine, didn't you?
Yes.
Right. Top tip. If you don't want to be discovered, don't search for books like that on the public search engine.
Okay. It's just for a school project. We're just researching.
Of course it is. Listen, there is a private section of the library at the back of the room. All you have to do is take your registration pass and swipe it through, and you'll be allowed to the super section.
What if I forgot my registration today?
You do look a little young. If you're still training for your super license, then I suggest you go and train for your super license. Train hard and pass.
I know I look young.
That information is incredibly dangerous, young lady.
Okay. It's just back that way?
Yes. Take your superhero license and scan it through the scanner.
Okay. I'll remember my license next time. Thank you.
Of course.
She'll walk back. She'll walk back to Alyssa and Jillian. We need a license to get that book. So we have to get a license.
Anyone know any heroes with a license? Because I kind of
How
need
long?
that book.
How long does it take to get our license? Did we ever ask?
You would know that you're currently training for your final exam.
Oh.
Like, if you can do a good training session and get put in for your exam, you might pass first time to get your C grade license.
I bet we could get a copy of a registration someplace. I bet you one of our trainers has a license. I bet you they both do. We could probably get a copy.
Okay. Well, I mean, next time we go and for our next training session, we could maybe accidentally put one of those licenses in our purses.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, should we go to the strip, or should we just say that we should come back here with a license?
If it's as big a deal as they say, do you think we would find it in the strip?
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay. So when do we have practice again?
That's what I was just wondering.
What's our schedule like, Scrat?
I think there'll be another practice on Friday, which would also coincide with next episode.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should strategize if we're gonna pull off this accident.
Well, I mean, we do have someone who literally can teleport. So maybe if like we distract them, maybe Lila, you could like teleport real quick over and then grab it and then teleport back.
Yeah. Something like that.
Like maybe Alyssa, Yumi, and Serena can come up with like a cool move or like a routine with our powers combined, and then we could distract the instructors.
Distract, like break something.
Oh, I was like thinking we could do a cool routine.
Yeah,
Like a cheer routine?
routine to break something. And then they get distracted by breaking something, and maybe even in the breaking, somebody gets hurt, and that takes more time.
How much time do you need to teleport and grab it and go? I thought teleporting was instantaneous.
Well, it is, but if it's in their wallet and I have to go through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That
Is
makes
it
sense.
in their pocket? Is it in their wallet? Is it?
Yeah. Maybe at the beginning of class we can be like, hey, what do the licenses look like? We'd love to see one. Can you show us? And then like they'll like take it out of their purse or their wallet or whatever.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. And Alyssa, no, I don't just do cheer my entire life. I just meant routine. Like we could like put on a show for them.
No, it's just you using what you know. Cheer and theater.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Those are your
Yes.
strengths as much as strength is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you do a stage fight?
Yes.
Yes.
Because what if we go into this training and we blow it even worse than last time, and then we start fighting with each other?
Oh my gosh, that would be so great. And then I can like fight you and Serena. And then Lila, you can like back away, like you don't want to be a part of this fight. And then really go quickly to like try and like steal their license when they're trying to stop us.
Yes.
How do you feel, Alyssa? You haven't said
I
anything.
could do that. I could do that. I don't want to actually hurt anyone, so
I mean,
No, it's just
I
to
don't
stay
think you'll actually hurt me.
that is fair. If there's anyone to get into a fake fight with, it's you.
Yeah, I'm like really strong, and I don't think you'll really hurt me.
Okay. Okay, let's give it a try. Our first coordinated mission as a team.
Yes.
a trusting team.
The
Yeah.
team that trusts
Succeed.
together busts together.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Okay. Well, at the end of today's session, I'd like to do a little check-in with everyone. How are you, the players, feeling about the campaign? How are you feeling about the plots that we're following? And all of that. I won't put
God,
anyone
I'm
on the
mad at
spot.
Jonathan Dalkey.
What was that?
I said, God, I'm mad at Jonathan Dalkey.
Why?
Why? That's just Renee. No, I mean, no, I think Alyssa's kind of there too. I'm really invested in the cheerleaders. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still talking like Alyssa. I really like this game.
I'm very excited about our secret mission. For people on Twitch, in our Zoom chat, I typed stealth mode, dun dun, nighttime, dun dun, secret mission.
I feel like I made progress today? I don't know. Is finding out about like where the book is progress? What do y'all think?
I think so. Totally.
Definitely.
You certainly
Well-
made a plan to get hold of it as well. I think you made progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
We plan to get a hold of it.
Okay.
We're working together as a team.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. I also need to start doing some stuff.
Teehee.
Cause I picked this character. I'm gonna play it through, dang it.
I love it. Anyone else want to tell us about how they're feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great about Jillian. I love her progress as a character. I think what I'd like to do is explore more of this, her having not told anybody about her strength, and eventually this becoming a rift between her and John, obviously, because he clearly told her a secret. Sounds like he is clearly suspecting some things, and she is not telling him that she is a super. And I want to see how that plays out and blows up in her face.
Mm-hmm.
So nervous. You saying that just makes me even more nervous.
Oh gosh. And that expression on Scrat's face, he's like, yep, that's
Scrat's face
exactly
always
what's
makes
gonna
me
happen.
I tell you, my heart was like pounding when John was ready to tell the secret. I was like, what is it gonna be?
Yeah. How about you, Bonnie?
Good. I'm liking it. Yeah. I feel like Lila's doing lots of thinking. Even when she doesn't realize she's doing it. She's just like thinking about through like it's coming out through the art and like talking to the counselor and stuff, just like thinking a lot. She's interacting with a lot more people, which I think is probably kind of different for her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like it.
Great. Yeah, I'm super invested in all the characters at this point. I'm really looking forward to Serena hearing y'all's plan before the next
Yeah.
I thought it's really interesting the way that you guys aren't like overly keen on getting registered, it seems. Am I picking that up right? Like,
I feel like that's like, it seems like it's in the future. Like that's not, doesn't seem like it's an option right now.
We're like a bunch of teenagers who haven't been able to take their driver's test yet, but
Yeah.
still want to drive.
Right.
and have done
And
a
if we
little
can-
driving.
If
In
we
fact.
can drive without the license, then, you know.
It'll happen eventually, obviously, but you know, if we can't get it tomorrow and we want this Demonomicon book tomorrow.
Teehee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teehee.
Teehee. Well, everyone, that is the end of today's episode. We will be hanging out in Discord for a little bit. Unfortunately, there isn't going to be any Eden tonight. Alice hasn't been very well over the last few days. She sort of finished Twilight Sands a little early yesterday as well, and we don't want her to push it. We want her to get better and come back stronger. So there's not going to be any Eden. I might stream some Overwatch or something a little bit later on, just because I've been doing that a lot, and I quite like hanging out with y'all, and it might be nice to just hang out with chat for a bit. That's not confirmed, but I'm considering it. I'll let you, obviously I'll send you guys notifications if we do it. Yeah, but we'll be over in Discord talking about everything that's just happened today. I'd love to hear what you all think about the Alyssa, Jillian, John thing, and we can throw Leslie in there as well, because now there's a Jillian, Lila, Leslie triangle as well, which is just delicious. Yeah. And until next time, everyone, we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. With our Thursday 2 p.m. game. My memory's awful. I'm so used to saying Eden after this that I'm like racking my brain for Thursday.
Tail and talcum powder?
Yes, Heavenly's game, Tooth, Tail, and Talcum Powder. Thank you, Renee.
Gotcha.
Where I play Gerbil Kent, yeah. So we'll see you then. If we don't see you then, we'll see you next week at the same time for some more Just Because You Can. And until then, keep on evoking emotions. See you later.